In listening part B, how do we read the questions? How do we read the questions in listening part B? Are you simply reading what is the patient concerned about? First we'll see the context. What is this context about? You hear an optometrist talking to a patient who is trying contact lenses for the first time. So, you see in the question you understood patient is concerned. And you know he is trying contact lenses for the first time. He is seeing optometrist. See, when we see optometrist, we may see optometrist for many things. But here, optometrist and contact lenses for the first time. These two thoughts are given. So that means this concern will be something related to trying contact lenses for the first time. As an OET candidate, the skill that you should develop is thinking about the alternatives of concerned about, not English word. How he might express his concern through words. This word concerned, you have to put it in a box. Patient concerned. So this word concerned can be expressed in 10, 15, 20, 25 different ways. I can have so many types of concerns. I can express my concerns in many ways. Without using the word concerned, worried, I am concerned, I am worried, I am upset, I am tensed, I don't know. I don't know, yes, they can use that style, okay. I don't know what should I do after reaching home. That means, yeah, so care after the discharge, what to do, he is concerned of. So don't think about the alternate vocabulary of concern. Instead, just see the idea concern is coming through his words or not. Okay, some of them, they will say, my vision is okay. If his vision is okay, then that is not a concern for him. In the audio, they will try to bring all these vocabularies somehow, or similar vocabularies. All these three thoughts will come through the audio, but two of them he is not concerned about. Only one he is concerned about. Or earlier I was concerned about, he might say it. They will not say concerned, he will say I was worried about before coming to the hospital. But I am comfortable. That means now he is not concerned about this. So to the optometrist, what he expresses as he is concerned is the question now. If this is the correct answer, they might use similar words to blurred vision or vision problem. Do you think I will be able to see comfortably after having these lenses? Or my friends suggested me not to go for lenses because it will not improve my vision. He did not use the word concerned. He did not use the word worried. But he was indirectly talking about his blurred vision only. Yeah, so that is equal to option A, if they said that is the correct answer. Soreness in his eyes. What the patient is concerned about, soreness in his eyes. How to remove the lenses. Now, blurred vision, soreness, and how to remove. These are the three words that you have to take into your imagination. You have to convert this into your own ideas. Blurred vision, you know what is blurred vision. Okay, he will not be able to see, and he is concerned about that. But he is already used in contact lenses. Do you think he will have blurred vision now? God knows. You have to connect this way. You have to connect everything to trying contact lenses. Maybe it is like, yeah, for the initial 2-3 days, I will not be able to see anything. I think. Is that so? For the initial 2-3 days, I can't see anything. Everything will look blurred. Is that so? Not really. Or you are partially right. The optometrist might say like this and the conversation will go on. Our biggest challenge is we will read the options, but we will not link it to contact lenses. And but when the audio comes, they will be connecting it to contact lens. My friend who tried contact lens previously was not able to see anything for the initial 2-3 days. Patient concern will not come to you separately. This is the concern. Go behind the ideas that they pass to you. Did you get what I mean? They will not use the word I am worried, I am upset, I am concerned. Through the case study of his friend, he is indirectly putting his tension in front of you. My friend had this problem. Will I also have the same kind of issues? And that is connected to what? Maybe blurred vision. He was not able to see anything. Maybe he is using that language to connect to blurred vision. So here blurred vision, but in the audio they will not use the word blurred vision. They will use some other language which is equal to blurred vision. So we should have a skill. You don't need to waste your time on the day of exam. Still, you should have a skill of understanding what is soreness in eyes, blurred vision, how to remove the lenses. They will not use the word removing. I remember you told me to take out the lens every evening before bedtime. But how will I do that? Or he would say, yes, you suggested me to take the lenses out every evening. And I think that makes sense because we are sleeping and at that time it would damage the eyes, and that is why you told me to take it out. But how will I do that? How will I do that is coming at the end. That how will I do that is connected to taking the lens out. That is equal to taking the lens out. And that is a concern that he is raising. They will not use the word I am concerned. Remove the lenses also they did not say directly. How will I do that? And how the conversation started? I remember you told me to take out the lenses before bedtime. See, they are purposefully taking it to a new story or a different story, and you will go behind it. അവൻ്റെ കട്ടിൽ കിങ് സൈസ് ബെഡും അതിന് 3 പില്ലോയും വലിയ ഗഹനമായ ചിന്തയൊക്കെയാണ് പറയുന്നതെന്ന് മാത്രം. No, we have to connect it to lens out. Okay, taking out the lenses, how to remove the lenses.
Now look at question 25. You hear an optometrist talking to a patient who's trying contact lenses for the first time. Now read the question.
Now, you've had the lenses in for a few minutes. How are they feeling?
Not bad. I thought I'd feel them actually touching my eyes, that they'd be sore or prickly, but I can't feel much at all. My eyes do feel a bit watery though.
It's okay. You've just used too much solution. Now, in a few minutes, I'll get you to try taking them out and inserting them again by yourself.
I had no trouble taking them out earlier, but I'm not confident about putting them in. I worry I'll press too hard.
That's unlikely to happen.
Things look rather distorted though. I mean, I can't make out the letters on that chart.
Any of them?
Those lower down.
Let's give things another minute to settle down. Now, you've had the lenses in for a few minutes. How are they feeling?
Not bad. I thought I'd feel them actually touching my eyes, that they'd be sore or prickly, but I can't feel much at all. My eyes do feel a bit watery though.
It's okay. You've just used too much solution. Now, in a few minutes, I'll get you to try taking them out and inserting them again by yourself.
I had no trouble taking them out earlier, but I'm not confident about putting them in. I worry I'll press too hard.
That's unlikely to happen.
Things look rather distorted though. I mean, I can't make out the letters on that chart.
Any of them?
Those lower down.
Let's give things another minute to settle down.
You hear a nurse asking a colleague for help with a patient. So you have to think a possible language this guy will use in the audio script, which is connecting to, yes, for this reason I need your help. First of all, I need your help. How will they present it in the audio? Can you do the so and so? That is also equal to help. Can you do? Will it be possible for you to? That is also equal to your help. So it is not that Can you do this for me? Can you bring this? That is not the only way of asking for some kind of help. They can put it in the other way also. Ultimately, don't look for the word help. Don't look for the word I need your support. It can be anything, but just go behind the idea communicated. So inside this box, what is there is idea. Nurse needing help. They will use some kind of language to give this equivalent meaning. Look for the idea that says equal to I want your help. In one or two places, I managed it, they will say. I managed it. I could do it. That means I don't need your help now. So that's not the area. But in some place, I think I will not be able to do it by myself. That is also equal to I need your help. I think I can't manage it by myself. I thought better I will call you. That is also equal to I need your help. So never look for the word I need your help. Just look for the idea. In listening question papers, I will always use this phrase. Never go behind English words. Instead, look for the idea. I think I can manage it. Okay, for example, pain. Patient is reporting increased pain levels, and I've contacted the surgeon and he has prescribed so and so painkiller, which I will bring now immediately. Which I will bring now. That indicates I don't want your help in that. I spoke to the doctor, he has advice for so and so medicine, and I will bring it right away. That indicates I will do it. I need your help. That meaning should come. So, you should be mentally prepared to find out an area where he speaks this way. Anyway, coming to ABC options. The patient's condition has deteriorated. Why? Why help? Patient's condition has deteriorated. He needs support. He needs CPR. Anything. So, what is the key word? The patient's condition? No, deteriorated. Or condition has deteriorated. Here they will say condition has deteriorated. But in the audio, what will they say? His heartbeat is very higher, low, whatever it is. Or ECG variation, very bad. Something. So here they said deteriorated. Condition deteriorated. Condition deteriorated in question will become so specific in audio. You should know this condition deteriorated is that. Or they would say his BP was very low in the morning, but now it is getting better. So is it the reason colleague was called? No. Now it is getting better, they said. Okay, so then it should not be the correct answer option then. Yeah, they are so smart. They will start with BP. From the morning, his BP was very high and he was given so-and-so tablet. And his BP is being checked regularly. Today itself, we checked his BP 3 times. And even before half an hour, I checked his BP last. And it's getting better now, fortunately. Is it the reason he called the colleague then? No. But hearing this, you will write that answer. BP he told 2-3 times, no? You will not even wait for listening to the complete audio. You will share this answer and go. You will not listen to the rest of the audio only. Why to waste time? BP he told 3 times. Why to waste time? I got the answer. Manoj sir told me to save the time. Go to the next question, read. You are going to read the next question. No. In reading part B and listening part B, from the first 2 sentences, don't be misguided. If the idea is communicated clearly, you write the answer. Never listen half and jump into the conclusion. In 15 seconds, you cannot finish reading one listening question, okay? The audio playing time is also for reading the questions. Okay. I suggest students to close the eyes and listen. That is just for telling you the importance of going behind the complete audio thought rather than the English words. That does not mean you should not read the questions. While practicing, when you are listening to the same audio 2-3 times, you do this activity. Closing the eyes and listening completely and getting the complete idea that they communicate. But in the real exam, you cannot read the main question, context sentence plus the 3 options in 15 seconds. You will have to take some more time. As the audio is moving, you should read the questions still. Okay? So, condition has deteriorated is one option. Next, the patient is worried about a procedure. Worried about a procedure. Okay. So what? See, they are taking the help of a colleague. Why? Whether the patient is worried about procedure is not the concern here. Patient might be worried about the procedure. They will directly say. But that is not the reason they call the colleague. Patient might be worried about the procedure, still we have no choice. We are going with the procedure now. Patient is worried about the procedure, but somehow I convinced him and he is going for the procedure. But question is not about whether the patient is concerned or worried. Question is why? Why? The colleague was called. Why did the nurse contact the colleague for help? Audio will say, actually, this patient is worried about the surgery and anesthesia, but what to do? We have no other choice. The show must go, and his surgery is at so and so time. That means this is not the option. I have already convinced him. And they are proceeding with the surgery. So here, whether the patient is worried or not is not the question. Why the nurse's help was asked? Colleague. See, every time I am reading each option, I am going to the main question. Colleague's help. Colleague's help. Why does the nurse need help? One nurse needs the help of the other. Why? The last option is the patient is reporting increased pain levels and doctor has not prescribed any painkillers and surgeon is out for the day and I don't know what to do now, so I thought of asking your suggestion. Okay, then also this becomes the answer. Yeah, maybe she is new staff, surgeon is not there, patient is complaining of severe pain, and I thought of asking you what to do next, or what is the normal procedure in such cases. As I'm new, I thought of asking you what to do in such cases.
Question 26. You hear a nurse asking a colleague for help with a patient. Now read the question.
Kathy, could you help me with the patient in bed 103? The woman who had surgery 2 days ago.
Oh, yes, she's due for discharge today, isn't she? Does her pain relief need topping up again? I thought she wasn't very comfortable this morning.
Oh, she's on a reasonably low dose, but she's coping. She needs her chest drains removing, though, and she's got herself into a bit of a state.
Ah, well, that's a 2-person job anyway, so I'll come with you. Has the consultant seen her? I know there was some concern yesterday about her condition and the level of the fluids draining into the bags.
Oh, he's cleared her for removal of them today, but I think some reassurance might be needed first.
Right. I might just check her analgesia and give her more before we go ahead.
Okay. Kathy, could you help me with the patient in bed 103? The woman who had surgery 2 days ago.
Oh, yes, she's due for discharge today, isn't she? Does her pain relief need topping up again? I thought she wasn't very comfortable this morning.
Oh, she's on a reasonably low dose, but she's coping. She needs her chest drains removing, though, and she's got herself into a bit of a state.
Ah, well, that's a two-person job anyway, so I'll come with you. Has the consultant seen her? I know there was some concern yesterday about her condition and the level of the fluids draining into the bags.
He's cleared her for removal of them today, but I think some reassurance might be needed first.
Right. I might just check her analgesia and give her more before we go ahead.
Okay.
Now, this is a good example. Big question paper. Remembering such a long, not remembering, reading such long 3 options plus the main question will take time. In 15 seconds you cannot finish. And by reading once, will you remember all the 3 options? No. Still, in one reading itself you should get it. For that, first you should know what's your job. In one reading you should get, in 15 seconds, how many times will you read such long options? You hear a senior nurse talking about a new initiative that has been introduced on her ward. Okay, the first basic thing you should take into your mind now. In every question, first you should know where you are. Okay, now, you hear a senior nurse talking about a new initiative that has been introduced on her ward. What problem was it intended to solve? Anyway, this is a hospital. How did you understand this is a hospital? Ward. The word ward should immediately give you the idea. Ward is always in the hospital. You should know this is a hospital. Because audio might use such thoughts somewhere. They will not say anything else. They will indirectly go through some policies, guidelines, handover, next shift, something. They are all in the hospital context. Okay, but they will not directly say that. The moment you find ward, you should imagine a big hospital's board and somebody inside the hospital. This is a hospital. You did not even see the word ward. You did not read it. First you should know. Okay? What problem was it intended to solve? What is this it? It represents what? New initiative. Correct? What problem the initiative wanted to solve? So, in a hospital, the administrative department is trying to solve a problem through a new initiative. So, there was a problem there. Maybe something has already been resolved last week. And now you are doing a wonderful job, they said. That means that is not to be resolved now. Maybe there was a problem before. And through training programs, they have somehow managed it. And you are doing a wonderful job now. Who said? Senior nurse said. So that is not the initiative. See, if it is already resolved, will they take a new initiative today? No. So sometimes they will, see, out of the 3 options, 2 options should be wrong, no? Okay, let's see what they are talking about. Patient's confusion over information given by the doctor. They are not talking about any one particular patient. They put the apostrophe after yes. So that means patients in general. Any patients coming to the hospital. So patients in general. It's not about yesterday's patient or GP's patient or the patient who is coming tomorrow. They are talking about, see, after yes, apostrophe is put. That means not one patient, all the patients. So the question is about solving a problem through an initiative, through a new initiative. What is that new initiative? To find out a problem for what? Doctors miscommunicating. Okay, confusion over information given by the doctor. Patient's confusion over information given by the doctor. That should not happen anymore, so we are taking a new initiative. You understood the meaning? Only one time you read, yes. Wherever options are very, very big, those options will be so simple. But being panic about such long option, you will not get anything into your mind. But if you read carefully, option is in your mind. Confusions created in the patients because of the poor communication of the doctor. In option A, which word would you put it into this box? Confusion, information given by doctor. Okay, confusion, anyway we will understand confusion of the patient. That should be, see, confusion might be there from some other problems also. Maybe patients can have confusion when they go to pharmacy also, which is not doctor's job. Here the question is about confusion arising from the miscommunication of doctors. If they said doctor gave all the details and sent her to pharmacy, and after giving the medicines, how frequently the medicine should be taken was not explained clearly, they said. And they said doctor did his job well. But here the question is about confusion arising from the poor communication of doctors. Maybe patient has confusion, but that is not arising from doctor's miscommunication. In that case, that option should not be selected. There will be another better option. Okay? Simply seeing confusion, don't jump into the answer. If the doctor explained everything well, then maybe patient has confusion, I agree. But that is not the reason that they are introducing the initiative. They might say, sometimes poor communication is happening even in the pharmacies. Although doctor is explaining everything well and prescribe the medicines correctly, when it comes to pharmacies, sometimes miscommunications happen there. And we can't do anything so easily now. What I'm going to talk to you today is about, and they will come to some other new initiative about poor communication of nurses to somebody. I'm telling all the probabilities of questions getting confused from the reality given in the audio and what is printed in the options. Relatives, okay, what problem was intended to solve? Relatives not being able to discuss issues with the doctor. So they are trying to have a new initiative to solve a problem. The problem, what is the problem is a question. Relatives not being able to discuss issues with the doctor. So here, in the first option, doctors are at problem. And in the second one, it is the relatives, patient side. Relatives not being able to discuss issues with the doctor. They refused to discuss, they did not say. Maybe they don't know. They don't know what it is. They don't know how to explain it. There are different possibilities. They refused to, they denied their non-acceptance or non-willingness. They did not say like this. They said not being able to discuss. They are not capable of, maybe they don't have that medical knowledge or they did not understand the question clearly. Relatives not being able to discuss issues with the doctor. The right information, the relatives are not able to pass to the doctor in any way. Don't think like they refused. It can be they refused or something else also. Patients not discussing all their concerns when meeting the doctor. Now there is a problem. Now if you think about the three parties, one is doctors are at problem. The other one, relatives are at problem. Third one, patients. Patients not discussing all their concerns when meeting the doctor. So option B and option C, yes, both are discussing with the doctor openly. One is relatives not discussing. The other one is patients not discussing. Maybe they will say ICU in the beginning itself. On her ward they said no. In the audio they might say ICU where patients are in maybe coma stage where patients cannot talk and only family relatives can talk. That is why I said the moment you see ward you should assume it is a doctor and which ward it is. And sometimes it will be like patients are always completely in coma. Or maybe it is pediatric or neonatal ICU. Can patients discuss anything? Patients cannot discuss. It will be relatives. Correct. So this kind of a thought process should happen within our brain when we read the question.
Question 27. You hear a senior nurse talking about a new initiative that has been introduced on her ward. Now read the question.
One of our key priorities is improving communications between staff, patients and patients' families. We recently introduced a scheme called Dear Doctor, which involves giving each patient a card where they can make a note of any questions or concerns that they themselves have. They can also talk to their families during visiting time, or even on the phone, and see if there's anything else they'd like to add. The cards are then collected and given to the doctor before the ward round. We're really pleased with the response. Patients used to say that they only thought of the things they felt they needed to discuss when it was too late, so the cards give them a better chance to bring up whatever's on their minds. In fact, it's been so successful that we're going to roll it out on all wards in the hospital. One of our key priorities is improving communications between staff, patients and patients' families. We recently introduced a scheme called Dear Doctor, which involves giving each patient a card where they can make a note of any questions or concerns that they themselves have. They can also talk to their families during visiting time, or even on the phone, and see if there's anything else they'd like to add. The cards are then collected and given to the doctor before the ward round. We're really pleased with the response. Patients used to say that they only thought of the things they felt they needed to discuss when it was too late, so the cards give them a better chance to bring up whatever's on their minds. In fact, it's been so successful that we're going to roll it out on all wards in the hospital.